Hey, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo. And as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Let's get open for business and let's wake up the football gods this morning. Wake up, guys. Wake up. We are 4 days, 10 hours, 29 minutes, and 50 seconds away from kickoff of the 2019 season. And I was laying there in bed this morning next to my beautiful wife, and she said, "This is it, isn't it?" I said, "What?" She said, "This is it." "What?" She said, "This is my last Sunday, isn't it?" She said, "The season starts next week, and I don't have you anymore." And well, you might have a little point there, because understand, next Sunday where we'll be in Dallas to kick off the season right. Me and Michael land at 7:55 a.m. We'll be at Lava Cantina. At Lava Cantina. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Lava Cantina on Saturday for autograph signing. I know Michael Gallup's going to be there. Going to be at a tailgate with Ed Too Tall Jones and the Manster, Randy White, before the game. I got 15 great friends. We're all going to be in the same section. So yes, honey, you're right. Although there is one Sunday that you'll have me. And that's the Sunday before the Super Bowl because, well, it's the Pro Bowl. But here it is. Every weekend from here on out, there's football to talk about. Unbelievable. I don't know about you, but I can't wait. I'm still in awe because I remember the flack that I took because of this sign right here, that countdown clock. Because that countdown clock, when people were looking at 226, they're like, "Dude, why are you making me suffer?" But look at it now. So we're hearing there's talks between, of course, Zeke and the Cowboys, and thoughts are that by tomorrow, that maybe this thing will be done. We'll see. We'll see. Until it's ink on paper and it's announced that Zeke Elliott is coming in, I'll just be optimistic about it and hopeful. But until it's signed for sure, we just don't know. But if we do get Zeke in, and we have Amari Cooper, who is going to be practicing beginning tomorrow. We know Zach Martin and Tyron Smith are there. We know DeMarcus Lawrence is back. We know Tyrone Crawford is back, and we know that Byron Jones is practicing. We made it through preseason with only having Robert Quinn hurt a hand, and he could play if he were eligible, and Daniel Wise getting hurt and then cut. That's it. We are healthy going into the season. We have a rotation of players. On the offensive line, we're not going to Chaz Green, shout out to Chaz Green, who just got cut by Denver. We have good backups. We got Cam Fleming, we got Xavier Salfalo, we have Joe Looney, all guys that played significant time last year for us as backups. We've got the best wide receiving core that we've had in a long time. We've got experience in both areas. We've got the NFL leading rusher, if they get it signed, over the last 3 seasons. We have a quarterback that some people will say is overrated, some will say he's underrated, but all I know is he wins. Second most victories in the NFL over the last 3 seasons, second only to Tom Brady. A defense that was abysmal in 2013, but every year has gotten better and better, from 32nd to 19 to 17 to 13 to 8 to 7, and should be a top 5, if not a top 3 defense. We have a young group. We have a dynamic group of linebackers, generational linebackers in Van Der Esch and Jalen Smith. You got the old general there / coach in Sean Lee. You got a great backup in Joe Thomas. Your cornerbacks, they're up and coming. The only area that really keeps me up at the moment, well, no, let's be honest. I don't sleep much anyway. Everything keeps me up, but the thing that worries me the most is the kicking game. You have to give credit where credit is due to Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, Will McClay in the front office, because they have amassed talent. See, as other teams, you want to know, Redskins, why you suck? I'll put it flat out there. The reason you suck, Washington Redskins, or you're stuck in this kind of a game or two above 500 or a game or two below 500, is because of the draft. When you put a number 1 pick on a guy like Josh Dotson, who you just released, who you got nothing out of, when you go through and you draft an RG3 and you use 3 number 1s in a second, and he's good for 1 season, it sets your team back. That should be 4 guys that should still be productive on your team. The Redskins, not to throw salt in your wounds, but your 2016 draft, you have 2 guys left on the roster. Just 2 guys from your whole draft. On the flip side, what did we do in that same draft? We got the NFL leading rusher. We got a generational linebacker. We got a beast right now who's been unblockable in Malik Collins. We got a cornerback in Anthony Brown. And we have the second most winning quarterback in the 4th round, who's only making $2 million. That's why the Cowboys are in the position that they're in, because of that front office, because they found talent, because the Dallas Cowboys don't have to go out and pay a boatload of money for a Josh Norman because they can't draft, or a Landon Collins. Because they can draft well, you don't have to go through and get aging veterans that you're paying a premium for. That's why. Giants, I could do the same thing with you. In fact, here's how bad it is for the Redskins. Your number 1 pick from the Giants, Eric Flowers, is now a starter for the Washington Redskins. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why you guys suck too. But here's the thing now. It all comes down to now coaching the men on the field. You got talent. You got Pro Bowlers galore. You got guys with experience. You got a young team. You have all of the ingredients right there. You've got depth. If you lose a guy like New England, they have a next man up. That's not going to drop you down to Chaz Green level. There are no excuses why this team doesn't achieve. None. I've seen a lot of teams with a whole lot less win the Super Bowl. And now is where it comes down to coaching. You got the front office getting the players. You've got health going into the season. You've got backups to cover you if you lose players. Jason Garrett, it's on you now, man. There's no excuses. You've had plenty of time to get your guys in here. We've turned the roster over completely from an aging veteran team in 2014 to now one of the youngest, one of the deepest, one of the most dynamic teams. You can be a run team, you can be a pass team. They are your silly putty. And I will say, to your credit, last year, when this team was 3-5 and had desperation smelling all over them, had the falling off a cliff look to it, when other teams were pointing fingers around and throwing each other under the bus, when the rats were leaving the ship, this team did not, and I give you credit for that, Jason Garrett. I don't know how, but you kept that team believing in themselves. You kept them focused. You kept them saying it was us against the world. Now, I need you to have that same mentality, that same gift of keeping these guys together from day one. We need to rock and roll. We need to leave no doubt. We need to go in there and punch people in the mouth. We need to stomp on their throats. We need to beat them into submission, and we need to set the tone early, often. Because what you want is you want teams to look and say, not circling the calendar because, oh, we got the Cowboys. Yeah. No. You want them circling the calendar and saying, damn, we got the Cowboys. We got to play the Cowboys this week. Shit. That's what you need this team to be. You need to make them scared of you. You need to put the fear of the football gods behind it. You need to tap into that Dallas Cowboys history and let these guys know that you take care of business. You do your job. You take care of your assignments. You give 110%. You can be one of them. You can be one of the greatest Dallas Cowboys. The legends. The Hall of Famers. The teams that pounded others into submission. You can be the next dynasty. I can't wait. I'd like to know what you're doing today on this last day, last Sunday without football. I don't know about you, but I got to finish sprucing up the man cave. Got some planting to do outside for mama. I got my niece and nephew here, so I'm going to go cook them some breakfast. Need to go grocery shopping. Got some work to do in my workshop. And of course, I got the Dallas Cowboys to think about. I'm Mark Holmes, and I hope you're having a wonderful last Sunday. I'll see you soon.